Good morning, everyone. I am on here pretty early. I'm just going to do a yoga flow this morning. Um, so, if you want to grab your mat and just get started, it's going to be in a child's pose. We're going to start on our knees with our forehead kissing the ground. We're going to slowly lower down, kiss your forehead to the ground, stretch your arms out. Feel the stretch in your shoulders and your upper body. And you're just really going to be focused on right here, right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Just releasing out your mouth like ocean waves. You're going to breathe in slowly, hold, and release. You're going to practice that cadence a few more times. Breathe in and release. Focus on releasing any tension in your body. Maybe you woke up today, your neck has a crick in it, or your back is tense, your shoulders. Focus on releasing it, sending out to the atmosphere and letting it go. Focus on letting go of what isn't needed, what you don't have to hold on to, what you don't need for today. Focus on releasing it out there. Focus on the present moment. Focus on here and now. And focus on what is relevant today. Focus on consistency. Focus on being here. And focus on knowing that you are where you're supposed to be. Focus on knowing that the air you breathe in is absolutely necessary to release this tension that you're letting go out your mouth. Focus on being right here, right now, in this moment. Focus on the breath coming out of your mouth. Focus on knowing that you don't need to hold on to all of this tension. Focus on letting it go, letting it be. And revert back to breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. You can do the sound of waves crashing on the back of your nose. So, the incredible thing about yoga is you can wake up feeling so displaced, so disoriented, so out of focus, lacking clarity, and the clarity will eventually come, the fog will lift if you just go through this meditative pose and you really set your intention on right here, right now. You really set yourself on being focused on what is to be and what could be. And you focus on how you feel in this moment and letting it go. You focus on being present for yourself. You focus on knowing that the pain is only temporary. It's not permanent. So we're going to go to all fours, cat and cows. And we're going to lift our head up, tucking it up and then tucking it under. If you're like me, your neck gets very tight. And this tension tends to build over time. Sometimes it's almost like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and the neck is bearing pain as well. And so you're really going to want to focus on stretching out that neck. You're going to want to know that when you tuck it under, you're going to say and think in your mind that it's letting go of any of that stored negative energy in that neck area and anything that isn't serving you there. And you know, I talk about not having energy that doesn't serve us live in our body, and it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's kind of the reason why yoga is a practice. We have to reground ourselves, recenter ourselves, and reset our mind. Every day when we wake up, we have to tell ourselves we are capable, we are positive, and look at it optimistically. We're going to lift our left leg out behind, our right arm out in front, and we're going to hold this here for a moment. And then go out to the side, feeling the stretch, the union of opposites here. Holding it here for a moment. We're warming up our abs. And then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to lift our right leg out behind, our left arm out in front. We're going to hold this here. You can feel this in your core. Just hold, hold, hold. And then you're going to go out to the side, left arm out, right leg out, feeling this opposite pull in your body. It's kind of waking up your abs and your hips, and you're also stretching out your hips, and you're going to release. And then you're going to thread the needle. You're going to lift your right arm high to the sky, gaze follows, then you're going to tuck it under, feeling this beautiful stretch. Try to lift your left arm if you can. You can even bend it to the side and just feel how great this feels. And then back down. Then we're going to thread the needle on the other side. We're going to lift our left arm high, tucking it under, feeling the stretch, and then we're going to bend our right arm, feel this on the other side, and just really be in each pose. Just really take each pose slowly. And then back to all fours. We're going to do a bear pose just to warm up our abs. So you're going to stand on your tippy toes, lifting your knees, hovering above the ground a few inches here, doming out your shoulders. Do not tuck your neck in or anything, making sure you have the correct form. And just being in this pose for a moment, recentering yourself, and then back down to child's pose. All that energy you just built up, you can release it out your mouth. And then we're going to go to a downward dog from here. Just walk out your dog, because this is going to be your first real downward V of the day. So you're going to walk it out, feeling the stretch in the back of your calves. Lean from side to side. This really stretches out your hips, wakes up your abs, and just sets the tone for how this feels in your body. Now you're going to walk to the center of your mat or the top of your mat, whatever you prefer. Halfway lift, forward fold. We're going to stand tall, side bend to the right, feeling the stretch in your left side body. Center, side bend to the left, and then back to center. Now we're going to do a mini back bend, clasping your hands behind your back, gazing up toward the sky. Forward fold, feeling the stretch in our shoulders here. Just really pose here, hold it here. Then we're going to put our left hand down, really reaching our right hand toward the sky, and then we're going to switch it up here. We're going to grab our right big toe, pull it out to the side here, and hold this pose here for a moment. This is going to be really strengthening your left leg and hip area, and you're really going to focus on balance in this pose. Then slowly release. We're going to do the same on the other side. Right hand toward the ground, left hand toward the sky. Grabbing our left big toe, pulling it out to the side, feeling the stretch in your left side body. And just hold it here, challenge yourself, and then release. And then to a vinyasa or a downward dog. It's a tricep push-up. And then back down. Walking out your dog, taking 3 breaths here in this downward dog pose. So great. You can feel the stretch when you do the downward dog in the back of your calves. Feels so good. Make sure your gaze is at your thighs. Now we're going to do those poses again. So halfway lift, forward fold, standing tall, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left, center, mini back bend, and then forward fold. Now we're not going to pull the leg to either side unless you want to. We're just going to do the twists. And then do the twist on the other side. And then we're going to transition into a Malasana Yogi squat. So for this, spread your legs out either side here and just feel how this feels in your body. If you're sitting a majority of the day, this is going to stretch out your inner thigh and hip area, and it's so good for your body to reverse the blood flow, to switch it up, to get down, to do some movement. It helps with your digestive tract as well. So just really be in this pose. Just give it a few seconds here. And then we're going to go to a vinyasa, and then to a downward dog, and then repeat the side bends. 3 breaths in the downward dog. Half lift, forward fold, stand tall, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left, And then clasp your hands behind your back, mini back bend, forward fold, feeling the stretch in your arms. And then we're going to do these twists, and you're going to feel that twist and stretch in the back of your leg. And then we're going to go to a Malasana Yogi squat. And if an inversion is in your practice, go ahead and do it. If not, you can stay in this pose. This pose is so intentional and it does a lot for your body. So you can always do crow pose or whatever. When you find your flow or you find the inversion that works for you and you're able to get to that point, do it. It takes a lot of challenge, and it's not going to be perfect the first time you do it. So don't ever judge yourself for trying. And the cool thing about the inversion is it feels so incredible when you're upside down, just feeling that reverse of blood flow. It's so good for your body. So either downward dog or to a vinyasa. Taking a few breaths. Then we're going to lift our right leg high. We're going to do a fallen star. Left hand toward the sky, feeling the stretch. Holding it here, then back down. Lifting your right leg high. Crescent lunge. Feeling the stretch here. Your right knee is bent. Making sure you have the right form. Then you're going to twist to the right. Back to center. Pyramid pose. So you're going to lean over your right leg. Your feet are parallel against each other. And then reverse half moon. So your left hand's going to go to the ground. Your right hand's going to go to the sky. And you're going to feel this incredible stretch. And then we're going to cross our left leg over our right into this seated hip opener, which feels so good in your body. So just hold it here for a few moments. Focusing on your breathing. And then you're going to grab your left leg out to the side, Padangusthasana B. Feel this stretch. Feel your ankles strengthen. Pull it out to the side. Back to center. And then dancer pose. You're grabbing your left foot behind, leaning forward, and you're feeling the stretch. Vinyasa or downward dog. Taking a few breaths. Know that you are setting yourself free. You are in control, and you are flowing and letting yourself go, letting that tension go, letting go of any negative energy. We're doing the fallen star on the left side. Then we're lifting our left leg up, stepping it through, crescent lunge on this side. Then we're going to twist open to the left, pyramid pose. Leaning over this left leg. It feels so good in your hamstring here. Right hand down, right leg up, left hand twisted. Feeling the stretch and just feeling this pose right here, right now. And then we're going to cross our right leg over our left. Sitting it down here in this pose. Feeling this hip opener. Just hold it here for a few moments. Be in the pose. Each side will feel different depending on how your hips are. Padangusthasana B. You're going to pull your right leg out to the side, holding it here. Again, focus on your breathing. And then clasping your right leg behind. My right thigh is super tight, so I can definitely feel this, leaning as far as you can go. And then extending that leg behind. And then vinyasa or downward dog, whatever your body is calling you to do. Focus on your breath work. Then we're going to go to the middle of the mat, chair pose. Arms extended out in front. You're sitting on an imaginary chair. You're holding this pose here. Your abs are engaged, your glutes are engaged, and you're gazing forward at the ceiling or the sky. Twisting it to the right, gaze follows. Back to center, staying low. Twisting to the left, staying low. Back to center, standing tall, mini back bend, forward fold, and then vinyasa or downward dog, whatever feels good. Now we're gonna go from here to right leg half pigeon. So you're gonna lean over. Your leg might not be parallel. It's whatever your anatomy has calling for you in your body. So just focus on how it feels right here and really just sit into this pose for a few moments and feel it in your body. Sometimes some poses take longer than others. Depends how intentional you want to be. Then I'm going to sit up, grab my left foot behind with my right hand. Feel this stretch in my thigh. It feels really incredible. Then I'm going to release and I'm going to go back to downward dog, lifting my right leg high. I'm stepping it through for half moon. My right hand is touching the sky, left hand toward the sky. Feeling the stretch here in my side body. Then I'm going to release it, pivot and plant my left foot, arms out, warrior two, gaze follows toward my right hand. Then I'm going to put my forearm on my right leg, lifting my left arm overhead, feeling the stretch in my left side. It feels so good. And then dragonfly twist here, left hand toward the ground, right hand toward the sky, feeling this twist in your body to a seated half split. Just release it, hold it here for a second, and then gate pose. So you're going to bend your left knee, reaching your right arm overhead, and then we're going to do these poses on the other side. If you want to skip out on vinyasa, totally fine. So we're going to start with half pigeon, lifting our left leg high, leaning over this left bent leg, remembering each side of your body feels different. Just focusing on how it feels in your body, being right here because you are right where you need to be. And I feel like a lot of times we hold so much stuff in our life because we're afraid of letting go, afraid of how that might feel and might be different because we're bonded to this connection, to the tension and stress that we hold. This tension is not easy to let go of, and it's a risk if we decide to know what it would feel like differently. We're going to grab our right foot behind. But when we take that risk and we let go and we see how freeing we are, we see how free of individuals we can be in this world. We're holding on to something that happened years ago, last week. It isn't relevant to us today. And we see how pure we can be. It makes a difference. So we're going to go back to downward dog, lifting our left leg high, stepping it through for half moon, right hand toward the sky, gaze follows, and just hold it here for a second. Then to warrior two, pivot and plant your right foot. Your left leg is bent. Gaze toward your left hand. Forearm on your left leg. Feel the stretch in your right side body. Feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Oh, it feels so good. And then dragonfly twist here. So you're going to put your right hand down, left hand toward the sky, feeling the stretch. Seated half split. Just stretching out that leg, bending the right leg behind. Then gate pose. Your right leg is bent, your left arm is overhead. You're feeling the stretch in your side body. And then back to a downward dog. And you're going to walk it out. You can do a vinyasa before if you want. Whatever your body is calling you to do. Focusing back on your breath work. We're going to go back to chair pose, so halfway up, sitting in an imaginary chair, arms out in front of you. We're going to twist to the side, prayer twist like this, and gaze follows. Make sure you're not dumping your neck or anything into the side. The more you twist, the deeper it'll go. And then open wingspan, back to center, staying low, twist to the left, gaze follows, open it, and then release. And then back to center, standing tall, forward fold, and then vinyasa or whatever your body is calling you to do. Back to downward dog. Walking it out, back in the present moment. Gonna lift our right leg high. We're gonna step it through. We're gonna go to a warrior one. Arms overhead, gaze follows. Your right leg is bent. And then you're gonna point your right foot toward the front of your mat. Your left arm is gonna go high. It's gonna be a triangle pose here. Just make sure you're not dumping all of your weight in your right leg here. Just feel this pose here for a second. We're gonna go to a reverse triangle. So you're gonna lift your right arm high, left hand toward the sky, feeling this stretch in our right leg. And then vinyasa or downward dog. Lifting our left leg high, stepping it through for warrior one on this side, feeling this pose in your hips to a triangle pose. Right hand high, gaze toward your right hand in this pose. Just feel this stretch. Be intentional. Do not dump your weight. And then reverse triangle. So you're going to put your right hand down, your left hand toward the sky. Gaze follows. And then vinyasa or downward dog, whatever you would like. Give yourself a few breaths, release all that stuff, and as you can tell, you are back in the present moment. You're focused on who you are, you're focused on yourself, you're focused on your breathing, and breath work takes us back to here and now. You could do this whole practice focused on just your breathing. So, from here, I'm going to go into a wide-legged frog fold. So, this is going to be like a stretch, and what I'm going to do is I'm turning the mat sideways so you can see. You can turn your mat sideways too. So, basically, what you do is you're going to go as far wide as you can go and go as deep as you can go in this pose, and just hold it in this pose here and only go as far as you can go, because the work is happening in your hips and your thighs when you're in this pose. It's not going to be forcing yourself to go forward a certain depth, because if you force it, it's not going to work. And same thing applies in real life. If you force something, it's not going to work. It just has to be synergistic. It has to be the energy you're feeling. It has to be the right time at the right place. And sometimes you feel like you might have missed an opportunity, but maybe you didn't miss the opportunity. That wasn't the right opportunity for you. So that's a good way to look at it, and it's also a good way to know that maybe, even though it sounds cliche, maybe there's a better opportunity, or that wasn't the path you were supposed to take. So focus on that. And this pose is going to be hard to do because we were doing a lot of movements. So focus on your breath work, focus on really releasing the hips and being in this pose one with itself. And essentially, maybe there isn't a right place or right time for things, but maybe there is a feeling of knowing that you're doing the right thing at the right time, and you're really connecting with the right people, you're connecting with your mind. You know and feel it intuitively that this is the right way. And sometimes we have to carve a new path and take a new risk. And it's not necessarily going to be easy because we're questioning if it is the right way. But intuition-wise, we know that the last way that we went, the last pattern that we saw, because things will repeat in our life if we don't correct them, that wasn't the right way, that wasn't the right opportunity for us. So why would we repeat the process if it didn't convert into something good, success? And success is defined differently by everyone, but I think, there's more to life than just showing off to everyone. It's about how you feel and what is in your mind and what your purpose is. And we all have a purpose here. So while you feel this, you're going to go through different levels of release in your body, and it's going to feel, different each time that you come to this pose. Sometimes your hips will be tighter than others, so just really focus on being in it. I can definitely feel my hips releasing, forming more into the pose, so just be intentional with that. And then I'm going to sit up. I'm going to release slowly from this frog pose because it was crazy, and then I'm going to go kind of do like a bridge pose and a full wheel to stretch out my back. So we're going to lay on our back, and then whatever's in your practice you're going to do. Lift your legs up. I clasp my hands underneath to get extra height. And you can just feel your back lifting up here. Feel your lower back muscles. Waken them up. Just hold it here. And then I'm going to release. I'm going to lift my legs overhead. You can do this. You can grab your feet and sway from side to side. It's kind of going to stretch out your hips, just like you're a baby. It's like a baby pose. I forgot the specific name, but then back to up. Whatever you feel is reversing the blood flow in your body. And then from here, we're going to go into a reverse right here. The mat slid on me, but it's basically like a full wheel from the bridge pose. Then from there, actually, what I'm going to do is you're going to move your hips to either side. Your left, if your legs are on the right, your gaze is going to be toward the left. So you're going to be stretching out this hip area and your IT band. This pose is so incredible. It feels very weird at first, but then the deeper you get into this pose, the more you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is what my body needs. So just feel the stretch. Feel how real it is. And just go into the pose. Now, obviously, for the next pose, we will be switching it up and doing it on the other side. So just be in this moment, releasing anything that you don't need, focusing on breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and then switching to in through the nose and out through the nose, and then back to center. And then you're going to move your legs to the left and then your gaze toward the right, feeling the stretch in your neck area, and it just feels really good. And don't force your neck twist if it's not in your practice. Just feel this IT band stretch on the left side. We store so much stress and tension in our hips and thigh area that this pose is so real. So don't miss out on doing this. Or even if you're on your own, you can do this pose. It's so great. You feel like tight in here. You're going to release it and just feel how different it can feel to let it go. So then when you are ready, sit up. And I'm just going to stretch my legs out in front. Just releasing everything. If we do not focus on our breath work, if we don't focus on being in the silence, if we don't focus on what is in our mind, we're truly missing out, because the creativity, the design, the energy, it all comes from within us. And if we have too many distractions going on, too many things in our life that separate us from how we feel, who we are, and what our inner self tells us, how can we truly know what our purpose is? How can we truly know how to best serve others? How can we truly know how we are and who we are in this world? We truly cannot. And I say silence and meditation and prayer are so pure and so intentional when it comes to being in the moment and knowing how you feel and what your purpose is in this world. And Sometimes we get it mixed up, we get distracted. Someone tells us something, the society tells us another, culture tells us something. But how do we really know? We have to listen inside, take time, and be in this state of your mind and really listen to your mindset, really focus. And you have the ability to tell your mind to feel incredible, to look at life optimistically, because you're in control of how you feel neurologically. And sometimes the silence hurts, but it allows us to detox as well. And detoxing is so valuable and so important in today's society. Detoxing mentally and physically. And this physical movement is so pure for letting go of the tension stored in hips, joints, anywhere in your body, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, anywhere. So let it go, let it be. Practice with yourself and letting go and knowing that the silence is indeed needed. So be one with your breath and be one with letting go. Allow yourself to be free. Let yourself know that you are capable and you have the ability to set your mindset straight. So after the forward fold, we're going to lean back, feeling the stretch. This was stretching. This forward fold was really reversing the blood flow, and we're reversing it back. So, and then back over here. And this concludes my yoga session for today. So thank you for joining. I hope you have a great Wednesday. So namaste.